With that being said, now we head over to our Kraken, who have kind of been the only team playing for the longest time. Over the past week, the team took on several teams, going 0-3, sadly, this past week.
Yeah, not a good week.
On Valentine's Day, the team lost to the Toronto Maple Leafs 6-2. Played the game, Kalle Järnkrok with a goal, an assist, 2 points, and 2 shots on goal. On the 17th, the team traveled to Winnipeg to play the Jets, losing that game 5-3. Played the game, Jordan Eberle with 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points, 4 shots on goal, and a hit. And then on the 19th at the Calgary Flames, in Mark Giordano's return home to Calgary, I say home, doesn't live there, but he spent a good amount of time there.
Yeah.
Losing that game close, 1-2. Player of the game, Kalle Järnkrok with 1 goal, 1 point, 1 plus-minus, 1 shot on goal, 1 hit, and 1 takeaway. So tough week.
Yeah,
tough
kind of
0-3 week.
deflating.
It's tough because I know I keep looking back to it. That after the All-Star break, the players have said, hey, in this remainder of the season, you want to get better consistently and you want to improve on things. And like take the loss to Calgary, you had that game tied going late into the game and you give up, you turn the puck over and you give up a bad goal. This is stuff we saw in the beginning of the year. So stuff like that I want to see improved, and it's hanging around. So it's tough. But ultimately, I'll be the most concerned if we're a few months in next season and it's still happening, In more uplifting news, on the 17th of the month in that game against the Jets, the Kraken debuted the first ever all-black TV broadcast team featuring JT Brown and Everett Fitzhugh. So Everett currently does the radio play-by-play for the team. And the TV play-by-play announcer, John Forsland, was tapped to broadcast the Golden Knights versus Avalanche game the day before this, so he wasn't going to be able to make it. So JT Brown, he's not play, but color commentator, I believe is the correct term there. JT Brown and Everett Fitzhugh teamed up to create the league's first all-black TV broadcast. So that was really cool to see.
Are we going with this team moving forward, or
no, because Forsland's already the guy. It was just sort of a fill-in for the moment. But it was cool to see that. I know that Everett is the first ever black radio play-by-play guy in the NHL. So already setting that up. Everett's a cool guy. I talked to Everett at the hiring event for working with the Kraken, actually.
Yeah.
And I remember I was at a morning skate, which is the practice before the game. And I ran into Everett and he said, hey, if you should say hi to me more often, I can introduce you to the other beat guys, which, as somebody who's working on being an independent journalist already, that was cool to see, that he was able to make that time and he remembered me, let alone that. Every review I've seen of the guys, always a really positive reaction. And I know that those guys already have chemistry. So that was really cool to see. Wish it would have been a win. But I feel like I say that a lot with this team anyway. Yeah. But no, that was really cool to see that this team was able to set that history there, despite, whatever struggles that may be with the team itself.
Yeah. Hopefully they get that chance again moving forward.
That would, because it's like if Forsland ever needs to go do that again, you have somebody who's got that experience. I'm like, who do we throw in there? With that being said, the team record now sits at 16 wins, 31 losses, and 4 overtime losses, moving them to 36 points. Didn't win any games, so they didn't move anything. Still sitting at 8th in the Pacific Division, 4-game slate. Finishing their Canadian road trip tonight against the Vancouver Canucks with a 7:00 start. Coming back home for 2 games, the first of them on the 22nd.